Hello, and welcome back to Eric's Life, the vlog here on the channel, week 94. Where's the time go? But seriously, in my personal life, I've been wrestling with quite a few things. It's been a very stressful last few weeks, highs and lows and things like that. But the main thing is I'm trying to figure out my future after I graduate in a couple of months. There's certainly newspapers that could take me, and that's pretty cool. I want to go to someplace different, see the world, but there's also, the chance that I could work for a website if things turn around in some places and I get paid instead of stuff being volunteer work all the time as it is currently, But then I'm also thinking, why not just join the military and forego all of this altogether, so I'm not without security and a stable thing to work toward for a couple of years, and I can be a journalist in the military. So thinking about all of these possibilities certainly can be overwhelming. So in more exciting nerdy news, I did finally get this in the mail. It is the Undertale Collector's Edition, because I hate myself and don't want money in my bank account. It's really crazy just to see a physical copy of it like this. A friendly RPG where nobody has to die. And it's like, it's legit. It's so cool. Oh gosh, alright, cool. I'm not just gonna drop it. And then here we have the Collector's Edition soundtrack. Okay, I originally wasn't that excited about the locket part, but I was so wrong not to be. Because I was more excited about the physical copy of the game, the soundtrack, like the physical CD. I like physical media a lot, and getting the art book along with it. But this is actually one of the coolest, kind of mementos that you could have put in a special edition of a game that I've ever had.
I go, that's in the script. You're talking about, it's like that Christopher Nolan's film Interstellar. Mm-hmm. I think all the flaws of that movie were in the scripting stage. The actual editing of that film I find phenomenal.
Yeah.
Or like Dark Knight Rises, the actual editing's great. It's in the scripting things needed to be cut or rearranged.
Yeah.
The editor perfectly executed the screenplay. The screenplay just needed work. That's what they do. It's storytelling. Like, those bad cuts or those things that don't make sense. Like, how did he get to Gotham from that cave? That's Christopher Nolan's screenplay. That's not the editor. Yeah. The editor did a great cut. The cuts are amazing.
I agree, yeah.
People don't... I tried to play, I go, dude, you're talking about storytelling. Yeah. Like anyone who doesn't like Dunkirk, and I loved Dunkirk. I thought it was Nolan's best movie, actually. Yeah. But people came to me, and some of them were like, well, hey, I didn't feel any emotional connection and all that. And I'm like, hey, I get what you're saying, but I always said to them, it's like, no one criticizes the technical side. You can't. No. You literally can't. If you try to, I'd just start laughing.
The only thing I could maybe see is, there's not enough blood because it was PG-13.
That's the only issue. I wouldn't even mind that, the explosions and then you not seeing the blood's the issue. He shouldn't have shown the explosions and the bodies going up.
Yeah.
Because then it could just be implied. Mm-hmm. Like the implied deaths on the boats.
Yes.
There's no gore there. They're horrifying when the one guy's just sinking.
Yeah.
But when you see a guy's body go up in the air and there's no blood, it's like, don't do that.
Mm-hmm. But that's the only technical thing.
Yeah, that's the only issue. No, I think the sound design's probably the best we've had in 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot wait to see it. It's got to get an Oscar for that.
Oh, I think it's gonna win picture, director, editing, cinematography.
Picture, really?
Yeah, I think.
You think it'd be like Nolan's movie finally? Or at least might be up for it?
I know it's definitely gonna get nominated. I think his only chance of getting beat, honestly, at this point, would be this movie called Call Me by Your Name, which is getting rave reviews. And PTA has a film coming out this year. A couple other people, but I don't see it. Like the year The Revenant lost, it lost a spotlight, but that was kind of like this. There's really no spotlight Moonlight.
Yeah.
Take the La La Land.
Not right now, yeah.
No, and I don't think they're coming out, because I know most of the movies coming out, and it's like, unless somebody releases some, masterpiece, I don't know, Nolan can't win. Like, it's a period piece, it's a drama, he's a high-profile director.
Do you think that's what he went for?
I do. I think it was reinventing yourself.
Trying to be his war movie?
I think it was reinventing himself, and it ended up becoming that kind of film. I don't think he went in with that intention. Yeah. But I think it ended up being art played as Oscar bait when he just made an art film. It just happens sometimes. I don't think anyone making Whiplash when they were first making that movie thought it was going to be this big Academy Award movie.
Yeah.
But then you see it and it obviously is. Mm-hmm. I think that's how Dunkirk is.
It's probably a realization along the way, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think Nolan made Dunkirk to win Oscars. Yeah. But now when you see it, you're like, oh, this should win a couple Oscars. This should win film editing and cinematography. Yeah. And, if it honestly doesn't win sound mixing, I would crap my pants.
Yeah.
It's probably the best sound
totally.
mixing I've seen in I'm not kidding, 3 to 5 years. I mean, it's that good. It's the best sound mixing I've seen, and I can't believe Nolan. I mean, I did a review about it myself, but like he went. I mean, I couldn't believe it because he's always a director who explains and doesn't show, and Dunkirk's all showing and not explaining.
Yeah,
total opposite of us, and it's less than 3 hours. It's down to 45 minutes.
I know it's the shortest movie other than Fallen.
I said in my film, it went back to me. It reminded me more of Memento, Insomnia, Prestige than it did Inception, Dark Knight, Batman Begins. Like it took me back to that, like Christopher Nolan, the filmmaker, not the blockbuster director, even though it is a blockbuster.
Yeah.
But it reminded me, it's like this is the films I thought he would have made back when I saw Memento and Fallen, movies I really like. Where I felt like Dark Knight, he started to get obsessed with over-explaining his themes and batting you over the head with them, and he does it. And I like Inception would be such a better movie if he didn't explain everything, if he just let it be. Because it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to explain to me how the dreams work. Just let them be. It's Dunkirk, he doesn't explain anything. It's genius visuals. The guy waves his hand, and then later you see he was scared, and he was sinking. Tom Hardy's keeping time with the chalk on the thing, so the audience is keeping time. The clock. It's so good. I mean, it's so good. It's stuff he never did before. It's masterful. Like, the stuff on that boat, and being like, the guy not telling Cillian Murphy's character the kid's dead. He becomes a man in that moment. His father looks at him. It's this emotional moment. Lying is a good thing. White lies are an important thing in moment. It's such a British film, too. The Brits will not let the emotions come out. They're so stiff-lipped. And then it's genius, the final letter at the end. It's that movie. It's taking this great sensationalist event and simplifying it in the British way. You get the Churchill speech, and you don't get it with Churchill. You get a guy reading it on a train.
Yeah.
And that's letting the tension. It's so. I mean,
I want to see Dunkirk.
It's brilliant filmmaking. It really is. It's like, I mean, I'm blown. I don't see how Nolan can't win. I mean, it's. Denis Villeneuve may win for Blade Runner 2049, but I don't see that happening with a sci-fi film.
Yeah, sci-fi films.
Yeah, it's not that I don't think like he deserved. He probably does deserve it. His work on it's like Tarkovsky or it's like as good as Ridley Scott's work. But Nolan, Nolan's someone kind of a lot of people gave up on. After Inception, like I feel a lot of people thought like he was kind of losing it and getting indulgent, and now he proved he could make a film as worthy as Saving Private Ryan or Thin Red Line or. I mean, it was like a Terrence Malick film. It reminded me of like Days of Heaven and Bat. Like it didn't make me think of a Christopher Nolan film except for the non-linear stuff.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, I kept thinking like, if you didn't tell me Nolan directed this, I might not know. Like, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because like, it's the first time I felt like he became an auteur. It's like, oh wow, you do have a style. You can do shots that linger and follow people. That's stuff he never did. He cuts quick.
Yeah.
Nolan's a quick cutter, and he goes interior. And Dunkirk, he does these establishing shots and then goes down, like on the bridge.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't do. He's never done that before.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, this stuff. You're so good at it.
Yeah.
Like it pisses me off. It proves that he had this talent for like 15 years. It was like, I'm glad you finally learned how to make a movie without like that hallway scene in Inception. The reason people like it so much is because it doesn't cut up so much.
Yeah.
He actually lets the shot happen. Nolan's genius at designing these shots.
Well, lots of my favorite shots in Interstellar are very wide.
The best shot scene in the movie for me is the one where they where Matthew McConaughey docking. It's necessary.
That's my favorite scene in the movie.
It's the best scene in the movie. And people always say it's the scene where the time passes and he's crying, which is a good scene. But the reason
I like that too. But
I do too. But the reason this sequence is best, it's where all the things in the movie come together.
It's where his character arc is fulfilled. It's like
why he's there.
It's the climax of the whole.
Oh god, that moment where Damon pops out. If I ever make a Metroid movie, I'm stealing that. That where it's like there's a moment.
Yeah,
It gets you every time. It's like Gravity. It's so good. And then that music.
That's a good idea. It's Hans Zimmer's best score.
Oh,
ever.
It's so good. And then how it comes in, and then he's just like, Tars, take the thing if I left. It's machine and man together doing something impossible to make the unknown happen.
Yeah, I mean
that's the whole theme of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like man and these machines, because he couldn't do it without Tars in them. He needs them.
Yes.
And this guy who's rising above basic human things. It's so cheesy, too, because it shouldn't work, but it does. And then now she goes out, and the arm's floating.
Because it's kind of like a religious movie.
It is. That's the point. That's how the hallway thing is. Like, Nolan, he's not sitting there and having them talk about love, the universe. He's just letting his movie be.
Yeah.
So the hallway fight, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he's just like, oh, I know what I can do here. And you don't explain it. You're just like, yeah, we get it. We get it's the dream and the van spinning. He doesn't tell us that's how it works. We just get it. It's good filmmaking.
He's just a guy trying his hardest to make everything work.
Yeah, and it's so tense because the stakes are high, and that's how it is with that. Dunkirk, though, sustains that sequence of Interstellar for an hour and 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It really is just him doing that kind of sequence over and over and over.
Absolutely.
For an hour and 45 minutes, but it's what that scene did. That's my favorite. It's the docking, and then there's those beautiful wide shots where you just see the spinning and the black of space and the ship going up slow, no sound. And then you go back in, and he's in there, come on, Tars, and then you go out silent. Then there's that one shot where you see the rocket booster. It looks like it's mech from anime. And you see the boosters go back up. It comes in. It looks like Gundam. It's so cool.
Well, there's the one shot where the Endurance is spinning in front of man's planet. This black silhouette against the white planet.
It almost looks like there's some shots like they just had a camera outside a real spaceship that was letting it spin. I know they did it.
Yeah.
But you can tell they did that Gravity thing where they filmed it to make it look like space. It's like, God, you took all the stuff from Gravity and you almost you fine-tuned it into a thing where it's like, Jesus. No, and then Dunkirk, he said, let me take those aesthetics I've been establishing. Because Interstellar was easily his best looking film in that way.
Yeah.
From a staging style. I don't think it was his best screenplay at all, but he didn't really write a lot of that movie. Jonathan Nolan did, and it was rewritten. I still think his best script's probably Memento or the one he worked on, The Prestige. I think those... But Interstellar took me... But the thing that took me back to Dunkirk to Prestige was like... It's a movie that you really don't know what it's about until you get to the end.
Yeah.
And Memento kind of in that way.
True.
Dunkirk, you really don't get the whole movie as a whole until it's over. What it really is. Like that George kid's in the paper... and the dad, and then them reading the paper at the end, you kind of realize, like, oh shit, this is just a little slice of this event. The war's just really getting going. Like we're not even at the America's not even in World War II yet at this point. So it's kind of like you start to realize, like, oh, that's what you were doing, and then you don't realize it until the movie's over. Yeah, it's that last shot, and you're like, oh crap, he just got this. Like Tom Hardy looking at the plane on fire, representing the fire that burns on in Britain. And the fire of resistance.
I love that shit.
As the Germans come and take him, and he's staring at the fire, a guy looking at hopes and stuff. I mean, it's genius. Because Nolan always does that last shot. And Interstellar, it's the same shot from Interstellar where she's looking at the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the shot from The Dark Knight, him riding. It's all the Nolan shots. It's like, but the thing with this other... It's the same. And it's the same thing. He intercuts while someone narrates over things, and it shows you. But I don't think he ever did better than we did it with Dunkirk. Because Interstellar, it's kind of like, okay, so Matthew McConaughey's going to go out in space and try to go find Anne Hathaway. Let's see where that goes. Like she's built in this call, but he ends on a story beat. But Dunkirk, he doesn't even have it that way. He just lets Tom Hardy stare, and you come with your own interpretations. The shots have multiple meanings. Yes. Nolan doesn't always do that. Like there's a shot I love in The Dark Knight where the Joker gets out of the cop car, and he's just kind of like, and it's quiet, and the music goes down. Yeah. And you think about that shot, you're like, what is that really? What is that saying? Something about who he is. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, like he's in a cop car, a representation of authority, and he's being loose and free about it, like a dog out of the car window. Yeah. It's kind of his character.
Well, I mean, it really fits with my younger brother's theory about who the Joker actually is. Because we'll never know, and it'll never be confirmed.
Which is he died.
Which is what's beautiful about it.
Although I would have liked to have seen Heath Ledger in the third Batman movie. Yeah. Because that was the plan.
When we all.
Yeah.
My brother's theory is that, before he was the Joker, he was a soldier for the military and kind of, lost his way, right? So he knows all of these things. Maybe he was, an explosives expert or...
The movie's about terrorism.
Yeah.
It's a 9/11 commentary. It's not subtle.
And then he became the Joker. He was kind of, loosened from these shackles of society and the army or whatever, and that's why he's so smart about a lot of the things he does, because he's obviously a very intelligent person.
That's my only.
And there's a reason why he wants to see the world burn, because maybe it's burned for himself, or he's seen it burn in a different way or something.
That's what bothers me is the Joker in that movie feels like he has this 140, 150 IQ and Batman doesn't. You never see Bruce Wayne be really smart in that movie. Yeah. And you want to, because that's the counter to the Joker, but Nolan doesn't want to, he's a brawler, he just goes and beats the crap out of people.
Yeah, he's not really a detective.
He doesn't, I still don't know what he's doing with that bullet thing. Where he gets the bullet out of the wall and then he sets I've seen that movie 30 times, and I still have no idea what that whole bullet scanner machine is where they're shooting through the walls to see the bullet thing. He doesn't explain it all, it's just there and you're like, okay, I guess he's doing detective work. And he goes to that apartment, and then the shot happens, and then nothing comes from it.
Was it to see what gun it was going to be or something?
It was something where he was trying to match it with something else so he could find the location of the Joker or something like that. But it's convoluted. Yeah. It really isn't here's a clue that leads to this and this. I don't know why he's going to that apartment. I don't know what because he doesn't even find the Joker with that. It doesn't pay off. It's he just shows up that day, and then the Joker shoots Gordon, and it's Did we need him doing that bullet thing? Couldn't you have had him just like be like, "Hey, I found some fingerprints," or something?
Yeah,
like,
is that how he figured out it was like a military weapon, and that's why they investigated the guards? But like the Joker was one step ahead anyway, and was
I don't know.
On the other was down in the crowd instead of doing security detail. I don't know.
I never get
a lot happens in that movie.
No,
I've seen it a lot too.
No, I have too, and I've watched that scene so many times, and I still don't know what the bullet scene is. Where he's in there with the Batcave with Alfred. I'm still like, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh my god.
Like, I've seen this movie 30 times, and I watch it every time, and I love that movie, and every time that scene comes up, I'm like, I don't know what this is. I saw it in the theater, and I thought, okay, I just didn't get it. And then I saw it in the theater 2 more times, and I was like, I still don't get it. Like, I had some trouble with the Batman Begins with the whole microwave machine thing. I thought that was too, comic booky for that movie.
I do agree with you there.
And it was just how they explained it and everything, and they're like, we're going to open it up, and it's going to do this, and I'm
That's
like...
Batman Begins' biggest flaw, I think.
It really... Because that movie's, perfect before that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the first... I compare it to Richard Donner's Superman. The first hour in Smallville and the Fortress of Solitude Krypton is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes to Metropolis, and Lex Luthor and them come in, it becomes a joke. He spends the world back. It's still not a bad movie, but it becomes what it is. It becomes a blockbuster that's very...
Yeah.
It gets generic.
Mm-hmm.
Where that first hour is like, man, it's the ultimate superhero film.
Mm-hmm.
Where Batman Begins is the same thing. The stuff with him training with Ra's al Ghul, it's Ra's al Ghul, but Nolan likes to say Ra's. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know.
But Ra's
I say Ra's when I'm referring to the Batman Begins.
I say it to people because that's what most people know. Yeah.
But it is
Ra's. It's Ra's al Ghul. I know that. I know Denny O'Neil thought Ra's al Ghul.
Yes.
But I own those comics. I have them signed by people who worked on those comics. But no, Batman Begins though, you get that first hour from training all stuff, and you get to know Bruce Wayne. It's like, oh my god! And then when he first becomes Batman, and when he grabs the guy, Batman, and the bat signal, it's so, it's great. I mean, it's like my favorite superhero film. And then it becomes a comic book movie in the last half hour. Yeah,
I think it's like maybe they just didn't know what else to do.
I don't think they knew how to end it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think they didn't know where to go naturally because they go, crap, we kind of need to wrap.
Jimbo and Sully here. We beat Contra 3: The Alien Wars.
We did it.
We did. I mean, we used the extra life glitch and suspend points thanks to the SNES Classic.
But we don't want to talk about
We don't want to talk.
We beat the game.
It was easy mode, but that was hard enough. We beat it. The game says we beat it. We get the Medal of Honor.
Yeah, read the message.
Congratulations. You've beaten easy mode. Now, do you not want to be a little bitch and want to play hard mode now? That's basically what the game tells you.
Basically.
But we beat Contra 3.
I'm satisfied.
I've never felt more alive.
Yeah, no.
It was good.
It was quite the journey.
It was. This game is very addicting and fun. It's just that if you were expected to play this game normally, my god, it would take forever and I would lose interest.
And if you step 1 foot out of screen, you're dead.
Yeah, that was bad game design.
Yeah.
Even when there's a platform down below.
Yeah, you were clearly gonna land on the platform.
Yeah, and I died a few times that way. And the game killed you a few times that way because it respawned you in weird places.
Yeah.
So that was kind of bullshit.
I just kept dying.
This is epic music. Playing for us, the heroes of America.
Wow.
We can jump on missiles and shit because we're
that
badasses.
was the best part, I think.
It was really fun.
We were jumping on missiles and oh my god, it was really cool.
I feel like an American hero.
That's pretty much what this game is.
Well, I can die happy now.
I've died a million times already today.
Oh, true.
Contra.
The Alien Wars.
Now you need to get your NES Classic, and then we'll beat the first one.
Which apparently is easier than this shit, so... And shorter.
I don't think there's difficulties in it either. I think it's just one thing.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Shit.
So...
Yeah, I'm into Contra now. Thanks to this bad boy. Also, we have our suspend points, so I never have to tape over a button ever again.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I'm so proud.
Hard work and dedication.
Hard work and dedication. Those are the noises required.
Are they required?
I think they're required. I always strain myself.
Oh. It's not matching up.
Oh.
It's not matching up. I don't want to risk it. Yeah! Oh my god.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Okay. Okay. I'm making good progress. I've only got Diddy Kong.
I believe in you.
It's not matching up. This.
No! No! I thought maybe me filming your triumph.
Oh my god!
I thought maybe that would do the magic.
I didn't know you were filming me.
I thought that was going to be the magic that would let you win. Now it's another new day, so we're going to go over to Ballantine Hall, Balls Hall as we affectionately call it sometimes, to set up further for Haunted Dorms. Oh, it's like less than 2 weeks away already. Halloween's a coming.
With one roll.
Oh my god, how much is this cost? $20.
This is the room where we're going to have a party for people at the end of Haunted Dorms, where absolutely no stabbing will take place whatsoever. But I might have the urge. Those are all my hungry children.